So we're going to talk today about the dark truths of cryptocurrency. There's a lot of things I want to cover through experience and through what you see on the screen, and to talk about timing of when things go wrong. If you're new around here, please do subscribe. It means a lot. I have been around for a while. I'm going to explain certain things that I am, as I say, talk about experience. I've changed my positioning in my room, in my office essentially. So I look a bit smaller and it's not as fuzzy but blurry, weird lighting, okay? So I don't look as ginger now. I'm not ginger normally, trust me. Anyways, let's talk about the obvious. Bitcoin is the largest scam in history, okay? I want to show you something obvious, is more the timing of this. April 24th, 2018. We all know what's happening in that time of year. It was a very rough bear market. This was a contributing post from a very popular person at the time, a founding CEO of PayPal. What's happened recently with PayPal? As you know, it now offers cryptocurrency stuff, right? It's very, very interesting. So as you can imagine, throughout this video, I'm going to show you some stuff. It is the dark truth and you've got to be wary. So I'm hoping when you're watching this, you will understand fully what I mean by all this and you are not going to fall into the pitfall. So as I say, if you're relatively new in the space, this is a good one. Even if you are relatively old in the space, you look for opportunity, there's some really good stuff I'm going to pinpoint here, right? So as you can see here, I'm tired of saying, be careful, it's speculative, be careful, it's gambling, be careful, it's a bubble. And yes, you can argue cycles are bubbles. This here, F1 grew too fast, now new fans are tuning out. You could probably argue that was bubble too with the Netflix documentary. I'm a massive F1 fan, by the way. It's true. So, pump and dump scheme has been mentioned. Okay, the value, means of payment, store of value, the thing itself. Everyone talks about certain things around the cryptocurrency industry, very much ilk to a Ponzi scheme, very much this element, which is a problem when things look at it at the wrong angle. You can see this here. Cryptocurrency is best suited for criminal activity. I want to remind people that cash is probably the biggest element of cash crime problems, right? It's kind of obvious, isn't it, when you think about how cash is used in today's society. So, as I say, the misconception of the media of people, false information will create a narrative that, should I be invested in cryptocurrency assets? Yes, it's speculative. Yes, it's volatile. Yes, there's a lot of degrees of risk, and I'm going to explain those risks throughout this video. But the dark truth of it is cash is worse. Simple, right? Let's talk about something very simple. Is, again, we talk about timing. This is a fantastic video, but it merits the obvious of the date. This was released 10 months ago on the 1st of January 2023, and we talk again about timing. Crypto, the world's greatest scam. As I say, a fantastically well put together video by James Janney. I'm a huge fan of his work as a video producer. I think he's brilliant. But regarding this video content, a little bit off, because from that date, cryptocurrency has actually done relatively okay. Bitcoin, for example, is from 18K, which is what the price was at the time, now it's like 37K. There's a lot of factors around that. And when we talk about other influencers, you got try not to get annoyed. The worst part of it is the pumper and dumper, the shillers, the people here that are just pumping coins through paid advertisements to you to make money. This is where some of the pitfalls start to happen, right? You will get sold on. You as an individual will find influencers that are shilling constant low caps, micro cap, degen coins, and you are their liquidity. This is just one example. This one individual has already had one channel deleted back in the day, and even back in the day, 2016, 2017, when I was first really getting into cryptocurrency, the tactic was to follow people like this to kind of, it's going to pump, right? Be mindful of that, because sometimes it doesn't happen. People get too confident, people risk too much, and then people start to sell what people are mentioning, which becomes a bloody problem. Very, very recently, we just had BitLord putting up an address for a coin. Yeah. I'm not going to say how much. 4 million. Ethereum in dollars. It's a lot of money, that. You heard it. Has been sent to an address that was put onto a box. This box is a coin that represents no logo, no development team, and just this morning, as I literally was about to script this video, he decided to take a break. He's done this a few times. Let's just put it out there. He wanted 3 million for an energy drink for a brand of a coin, was said no, and he ran away from it and sold all his bags and it dumped to zero. Crazy, I know, but this is crypto. Another obvious element as well is the fact that you can lose your cryptocurrency via two obvious ways. Being careless with your money. Now, I bring back James Howell's story because it comes around every freaking year. 2013, sorry. Yeah, a while ago. A normal bloke from Newport in Wales decided to literally throw out one of his hard drives, which had a lot of Bitcoin on it. It is now in the dump somewhere, dead, gone, and it comes up every year. Now, you can sell or send your cryptocurrency assets, and it could get to a wrong address and you lose it. If you send it via the wrong network, you've lost it. That is a dark truth to the space because some people don't know this. If you send your Bitcoin to, say, Ethereum address, it's gone. Or if you lose your private key. If you've got a ledger and you forget your PIN number, you could get locked out forever. There's password accounts like that. If you YouTube it, there's a load of people trying to hack into ledgers, Trezors and stuff like that because they've forgotten their password. Madness. So please be careful with your money. When we talk about the next obvious one is obviously exchanges. Exchanges are your custodial, right? The custodians of your money. You are giving them money to look after for you. It's not a broker like a stockbroker. It's very, very different. Problem is, stuff like this happens. Sam Bankman-Fried, now in prison, and he's probably going to be in prison for a very, very, very long time. You're probably looking 40 to 60 years potentially here for the fraud that has been committed with FTX and Alameda Research. People trusted him. Politicians, celebrities, big, massive companies trusted him. And what happened? Well, crazy. He didn't really kill crypto though. We've got stronger in my opinion. But the dark truth is, don't trust exchanges. Buy yourself a ledger. Get yourself a wallet. You don't have to spend money on a wallet. You can get your own. As long as you are safe. You've got a safe at home. You got, fireproof wallets and stuff like that. It's perfectly normal to do so. Another obvious is the ICO scams and going back to kind of what BitLord is doing. Give me your money, we'll do this. But there's a lot of points on this article that's really good. Now, this is from 2020. So again, we're in kind of that bear market-y kind of upthrust market of COVID times. Now, there's a few on here. So you got the dead, the fake, or both ICO listed coins. The exit scam, compound scams and exploding airdrops. Exchange scams and copy pasters. Oh dear. Basically, faking a white paper, faking this, faking that, get some money in, and it just vanishes. The pump and dump, the crypto Ponzi schemes, there's loads of them. BitConnect is one of them that you may know of. URL scams, your email might be flooded with like, oh, your ledger has been compromised. Please give me your keys to get access. All this bollocks. Market manipulators and pre-miners. Huge. There's a lot of money here. You can see here, there was a lot of money. And the ICO boom in 2017 was unbelievable if you knew how to play it. But a lot of people didn't know how to play it. A lot of people were just literally giving their money to anything because it was like the dot-com bubble at the time, where anything with a website would pump, anything with an ICO would pump. Pretty scary. This leads me on to the obvious of psychology. Herd mentality. The toxic nature as well, which I will come on to in a second. Crypto space is notorious for its herd mentality. It's terrible. I hate it because If you're back in an ecosystem, you will probably get hate from other ecosystems. You will see people just jumping in. I know a lot of people that literally will jump into whatever I mention. That is a scary proposition. I know people don't do research. I know that people just buy whatever they want to do. I know when I sell, they will sell. I will know what people are doing. And the psychology reminds us of the importance of thinking independently and making informed decisions based on our analysis rather than following people blindly. It's a live market, boys and girls. It goes upwards, it goes downwards, it doesn't go sideways, right? That is huge, right? And that is a big dark truth of why people get destroyed in this space. People round trip assets because they will follow, say, someone like myself into an asset that's doing very, very well. And they won't sell it because they will think it's going to keep going up because everything on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, YouTube, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep on going. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get rich. And then it goes right the way to the floor. And you've literally went from low to high to selling below when you bought. It's crazy. But that's how markets work. You need to understand them. Another one, and I say about toxic kind of vibes here. And you can see all the stuff here, what I've just mentioned, lost Bitcoin, newbies, transaction fees, all that kind of stuff, right? But the maximalist viewpoint, Bitcoin, oh, you should only have Bitcoin. And then you got the altcoins, oh, but Bitcoin's this and the other. The hate, the toxic elements of communities, people within communities trying to be like the big macho person behind a fake person on a keyboard. There's problems here and it puts people off, massively puts people off. A lot of communities have them. I, in my own communities, have little people that are a little bit out there, but some of them are pretty good. Luckily, most of mine are awesome. The free communities in Telegram can get a little bit dark, so be careful, right? There's elements around it in every single community, not just one, not just two, every single one. There's good, there's bad, and there's also the ugly. This side of it is always annoying. I try not to go around the Ethereum maximalists, the Bitcoin maximalists, the Cardano ones, all that, the XRP army, whatever. It gets a bit tiring, but I want you to be very, very careful. The one thing that I could suggest for everyone is try and find a gated private community. Try and find somewhere that you feel involved, that you've got people that can help you, people that you can ask questions about certain things. Don't do it in a free community because you're going to have problems, because you may well find a lot of phishing links, a lot of scammers come into your DMs trying to get you to invest in things, right? I have clones. People clone me to try and get your money. Oh, I'm an investor in this. If you put this much in here, you're going to get this much per day. It's a Ponzi scheme. You've got to be very, very careful, right? That's another dark problem with this space. It happens because it works, right? It's like marketing. It's like when pensioners get the telephone salespeople, oh, your pension's this, you need to do this. And then they fall for it, right? It's a problem. So, as I say, I have my own community. You don't have to buy this, but I'm just saying there's a 60% off, right? Cheap, low value elements, low barrier to entry. You don't have to go crazy. It's low. But we vet people in terms of like, no one's going to give them, no one's going to pay us to get in to scam people. Not happened yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't happen in the future bull market. But they are offers that are going to be ending on the 27th of November. Make sure you jump in. But let's just talk about it. Bitcoin, since the date of this, quite a while now, 5 years prior, is doing very well. There is still problems. But, in my opinion, I feel we're still early. We are still very, very early. The development of this space is getting better. It's getting faster. It's getting more efficient. There's still some teething problems around scammers, obviously. But eventually, as regulation framework comes in, the amount of money that those people can make will reduce and make it better for everyone. So, if you're looking at your bags and you're thinking, it's not pumped yet, probably will at some point. Anyways, enjoy. My ramble is over.